It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Steelers and the Titans, coming up next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Nashville. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
On first down, it's Campbell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw on 3rd down, Bradshaw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Marino. That one complete to Bettis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Marino. Slant route to Miller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And just a yard to go here on second down. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Marino on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Swann, complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Marino. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Marino. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Personal foul, 11 snap, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now Marino. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right, fighting through. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, they go with the fresh legs, able to push forward, pick up that first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Bradshaw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Bradshaw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's a Titans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Marino will look to throw on first. Got a man. It's Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Marino. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Marino on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Here's Marino. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 2nd and 9, Marino. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now it's Marino to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Hard to envision a more determined run than what we just saw right there. He was not going to be denied.
He certainly was not, because a lot of times we talk about second effort on runs down near the goal line. This one was second effort, third effort, fourth effort, a whole lot of efforts. And he worked his way into the end zone. What a determined run.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Bradshaw. He's got Mason complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Are you serious, dog?
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. This will be caught by Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 12. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Marino here from the gun. This one left side, caught by Swann. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll throw on first down with Marino. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Marino to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. To throw again is Marino. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Marino. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And Marino's throw there incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Johnson now returning. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 59. Mike,
A give running left is Campbell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
There you go.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nifty move. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Bettis on the draw. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They go play action with Marino. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in the preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, Marino. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Marino, 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Bettis. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Bradshaw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play, and even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Marino. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that breaks up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Mike, check, 59.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down to save.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This will go to Henry out wide. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field standing.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Bradshaw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Make a play ball, baby. Make a play ball. Ready. Check 7. 2 times.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.